This anime will seriously give you a headache, but thankfully I had this headband on, and I was able to keep my composure. So in order for you to understand what I'm saying, this anime here by a studio called Go Hands, their production and the animation, um apparently I have seen some of their anime, but I never noticed that they use this type of animation that could really just make you, as they say, nauseated, confused, dizzy. Just watch, okay? So let's just watch it here. Just check this out. Okay, so it's going. Okay, let me speed it up a little bit here. So check this out. So you see how everything. Okay, so it's like a close zoom up right here, and then now she's like fighting on the right. Now she's on the right side. And then you have all this, and then now she's like running, and then of course her pants are not showing, and then now she's over there. Now you see how zoomed out that is. So they zoomed out. Now she's all the way in the corner over here. Now she's running. So notice how everything is just moving like completely insane movements. Now it's moving even more. Let's see. Let's slow it down a little bit more so we can get. See, look, and this is like super slow down, guys. Okay. And so you can just see like it's like a carousel is on the outside, and then the character themselves is moving separately to what the background is. And then it's like they're twisting the camera. You can just see her just like her character herself is moving around, and the background is moving around at the same time as well. Oh look, no pantsu again. Like of course, she's moving forward. Bro, why is it they clearly don't want you guys to see her pants, but no, you can just see like everything just moving so wildly, everything's moving so crazy. The animation is just insane, like truly insane. And here's the one thing that it reminded me of. This is just the one thing, remember, and this is like a isekai reincarnation, but the difference is that he didn't have his memories until his baptism day or over graduation. I don't know what happened, but he just finally got his memories. So he was like, oh yeah, in my previous world I used to play this game, and in this game you wanted to be a heavy knight armor. And so he got the heavy knight armor, but apparently in this isekai a heavy knight armor is looked down on as probably the weakest one. Clunky doesn't work. And so the main protagonist got kicked out of his family, yada yada yada. But bro, I totally just went on a fucking tangent. But here's the thing that really reminded me of gaming. That's right, he got isekai into a game, and lo and behold, it reminds me of gaming. There was an option. I don't remember what game it was. Oh my god, but Metroid Prime had a little bit of it, and or was it Blade and Soul? I don't remember which one it was. Black Desert Online. There was a game, okay, where you could choose. I think it was Black Desert or Blade and Soul, or it could have been Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime applied some of this to their gaming, okay, when you're fighting bosses. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it was an option, okay, to keep the camera from shaking. All right, it was like an option called anti-camera shake or camera shake on. I don't remember what it's called. Or so what would happen is when you're attacking, the camera would shake. Okay, so you're gaming, and then it looks like your screen is moving. And so there was an option there that allowed you to take that on or take that off. Well, this is kind of spoiler. Damn, this is like the first 5 minutes, and they're already showing this chick fighting the main protagonist. So yeah, they're obviously not friends. So this dude, oh man, I'm such a sucker for like these Harley Quinn clown looking characters here. Oh my god, such a fucking sucker for it. And I don't know what that's called. Please, someone just put it in the comments. What was it called? Where you can keep the camera from shaking, or keep it still, keep it from distorting your experience. And so me being extremely, I don't know what was wrong with me. I didn't realize there was this option. So I would always game with it on. So my camera was always shaking. No matter if I was like attacking or not attacking, my camera would shake. And so it would make the gaming way harder. It would be like way harder. Until I found out, oh, there's an option to just, you know, to make it anti-shake. And so I put the to not shake anymore. And my character would move, and there would be action everywhere, but my actual camera wouldn't actually be shaking anymore. And so I was like, wow, that makes a huge fucking difference. And it was really surprising to me that I really didn't know about that. So there you have it, guys. That's what this isekai is about, by Studio Gohands. Well, anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. If you guys want to stick around, I want to get some. I want to extract some information from Myanimelist in the comments, because usually they know what they're talking about. For whatever reason, they just know where to get the information. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they get it from the official site. You will see. So, well. A Gohands 2 Core 26 episode max. This is the first. Okay, needless to say. Okay, they didn't really say much. They usually are really introspective. But it's episode 1, so I don't expect much. Let's see. It looks so incoherent AI-like. No, oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me. It does look like they use AI. Previous projects from this studio had unique and questionable visual styles, but this looks just bad. Why all the designs look so bad and AI-like? Or the manga original was also this dog shit? Yeah, okay, so you can see here, they obviously did not enjoy it. I don't know. So mid-story using a lot of beautiful shots. Yeah, no, yeah. Story, I think I like it. This is like my, this is gonna be my isekai guilty pleasure of the season for sure. Or something like that. Motion Sickness, the anime. Yes, that's from XQ100. Oh yeah, and then there I flipped through the manga. This looks like a pretty lame standard fantasy fight isekai. It seems like they're trying to spice things up with the animation, but wow, it seems like they're just making it worse. I don't know. I didn't read the manga. See, that's the problem when you watch adaptations. You know, you're gonna have your expectations drop. Okay, so this is from Toshiro. It looks like they have some criticisms here or praise. Well, CGI became way better and doesn't make eyes bleed anymore. But I still feel like I was watching someone playing a game and making cuts out of the best scenes from gameplay. That's a good point. Plus, animation of fights is way too fast for the eyes, which sort of kills the whole vibe. No, man, this is gaming vibe. This is 100%. This is like, if you're gaming, it would be this fast paced. I don't know if you guys done dungeons and stuff like this, but yeah, it'd be extremely fast paced. That's why I don't mind it. You know, it's like if you're not used to gaming, this is gonna really bother you. If anything, it made me a bit nostalgic. Reasons why I felt like it's a game trailer rather than an anime. People in weird costumes walk among ordinary commoners. No one seems bothered. Check. All the girls look like Victoria's Secret models. Check. Shit. Talent system, skill tree, and other geeky gaming gimmicks. Check. I mean, that's just the standard though. That's just what we're used to. You can't blame an anime for making a isekai or reincarnation story be about gaming. Like, that's where it began. You know, the origins of isekai was, oh yeah, you go to sleep in the game and you don't wake up. That's just, you're in the game. You're in the game system. You know, you can't really like actually include that as something that we're displeased with. You know, it's just, in my opinion, a bit awkward to mention that. And yeah, I don't want to go any further on the insults there. So the main character is kicked out of his house and starts from scratch as a complete noob. Check. Yeah, that's your common isekai reincarnation story. You know, everything's gonna be like that. I don't know what you expect from something like this, but I feel like they're like, oh, that's from Toshiro. Okay, Toshiro's been around for a long ass time. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've seen them around in the forums before. Let's see. The main hero is a heavy defense. Tree wears armor with his midriff covered by a t-shirt, a transmog in a sexy outfit. Check. But see, that's the thing though, right? Is what was I gonna say? Holy shit! I just like completely lost. I spaced out. Holy fuck! It happens, man. It happens. Oh, okay. Let's see. The show takes itself too serious, which I'm not a fan of, but I thought it was a decent watch. It sure is a Gohan's production. With that hair and the camera angles, they really like to work with Wakayama Shion, which is fine with me. I like her voice a lot. Interesting. Wakayama Shion. Who is that? Shion Wakana. Okay. I didn't know this character before. Yeah, this is who he was talking about here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Any more Gohans? So first, Gohan's episodes are usually worth a watch for the visual roller coaster. Dad needs to chill. I'm really not into the MC getting exiled or kicked out of the guild trend. Okay, story is stupid, but anime looks great. Few minutes in and nauseating to watch. I physically can't watch this. Unlucky. I'm telling you, man. I feel like if you know how to, like, if you've gamed for as long as like I have, you know, I was part of a huge guild in Blade and Soul. Red Moon Mercenary, shout out to Kibera. If you ever watch this video, shout out to you. Yeah, I was like the PvP guy. Low key, we're all kind of like the dungeon people, but yeah, in PvP, it would always be chaos like this. In PvP, it would always be high pace like this. There was no low pacing in gaming. There's just so much action, attack. There's no rest until there is rest. I mean, but then you're not really gaming. You're just idling or chit-chatting or doing whatever the fuck. So I don't mind the animation style. I don't mind how dizzy it gets. I don't mind how much the camera shakes, because that's just sentimental to me. And and also I like the story. I like my isekai. I like my isekai trash. I like the power leveling. I love the reincarnation story, etc. I like how he was kicked out. Everything is, it's in the blueprint of the guilty pleasures that I like when it comes to isekai. That's why we watch isekai anime. That's why we watch fantasy / reincarnation stories. If that's not what you're looking for, then you obviously either stumbled into this blindly and didn't realize that. See, action, adventure, fantasy, isekai, reincarnation. You know, if you read that and you're still here, it's like you're only self-defeating yourself. You're only like torturing yourself. This isn't something that you should be watching by default. But for whatever reason, you know, you check off all the checks in a book, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to watch this, but you definitely knew what you're getting yourself into. So in my opinion, this is honestly a good watch. I enjoyed it. It's fun. And like I said, I am such a sucker for this character. This character already is like my favorite in the entire series by default. Like, it's fun time.